Okay. So it's about 9:10 a.m. I am on cup of coffee number 2. Now, the thing about coffee is most people know to some degree or another, you should moderate your intake of caffeine. You shouldn't eliminate it in some cases. You shouldn't overdo it in all cases. But most people measure coffee. How many cups did you have today? Where the volume of liquid, which is what a cup measurement is, this is a cup, there are smaller cups, whatever. That's people think of the container. It has no bearing on how much caffeine you've actually consumed. Milligrams per cup per volume of measurement is how you measure caffeine. So I drink a large volume of fluid, an entire pot in the morning that only contains about 200 milligrams of caffeine total, aka approximately the same amount as a Starbucks venti, for example. So I'm on my second very large cup of black coffee, but it's weak. And while caffeine is a diuretic and will contribute to dehydration, the fluid in all things you drink actually counts towards hydration because that's how hydration works. Yes, the caffeine will pull some of that water back out, but it doesn't mean the water contained therein doesn't contribute to hydration. That's just, man, there's a lot of bad advice online. It's crazy. I don't know how you... Anyways, you know what? That's not why I sat down. It's early in the AM, and I should currently be in my vehicle on the way to donate blood. Canadian Blood Services, which I do. But I had to cancel this morning because there's a snowstorm outside right now, and I can do this later in the week, and I'm not risking ruining my month by sliding into the back end of another vehicle or having someone do the same to me. I have the option to stay off the road, so I am choosing to do so. This mug was a gift from a friend and former employee named Lauren. Thank you, Lauren. I've had this thing for, oh my God, over a decade, I'd say, and it has been my go-to morning coffee mug. It's Kyle sized. I hate these little bitty, like normal persons where you got to hold them. I like a Kyle sized coffee mug so I can drink a Kyle sized amount of coffee. But let's not have any more of a caffeine rant today because that's not interesting. But what is interesting potentially is yesterday. Okay, so let me back up. For the last little while, my sister and I have been meeting at my parents' house on Mondays to make them dinner and just make a family dinner. Now, Mondays, most people do it on Sundays, but just for everyone's schedule, Monday works out the best. And it's nice, right? Because sometimes I want to do sports with my friends on the weekend and stuff. And so family on Monday is pretty good. Works out good. My sister's very busy, and that's it's great for both of us. So as often happens when you visit parents, I'm sure if you're watching this and your parents are still with you or not estranged or something like that, you know exactly what I'm saying here. You get sent home with boxes of stuff that belong to you. And yesterday, I got sent home with 2 boxes of childhood toys. Excuse me. And she kind of gave me an idea of what's in them, but I didn't really look. So I thought maybe I would do that on camera here and explain as they go. So let's see here. First box. Oh, yeah. These are all the Simpsons. Lisa, Bart, Maggie, Homer, and a mostly topless Marge. Obviously, like most people of my vintage, I was obsessed with The Simpsons as a kid, and I believe it's the longest running television show ever now. Certainly the longest running animated show. I don't remember where these come from, but for some reason, I seem to think that they are from Burger King. And I don't know why I'm thinking that, because they're fairly high quality toys. But I'll be honest with you, I'm glad she kept these because, it's part of your life. They're in pretty good shape. I thought they would have been more beaten on. And we're going to have to get Marge a strapless bra or some needle and thread and allow her some decency. But you know what? No. She's decent enough. She wants to show the tatas. Marge, you feel free. Proud feminist I am. Okay, I think the real goods are in this box, though. This one, seems to have shredded back. That. So there's I was finding pieces of plastic bag upstairs. I brought this home last night, and there was pieces of plastic bag on the floor this morning. I'm like, where the hell well, Moneypenny falls asleep on top of this box, Dole pineapple juice box or something, orange juice. And I guess just inside she was pulling out the plastic. God, that cat is so obsessed with. She's probably going to choke on one of this shit one day. Okay, these are my rather stained Archie comic dolls. Archie. Betty. Bit of a prude, that Betty, to be honest with you. It's never my type. Why? Veronica. You have a rough night with Reggie? What do you... Jesus. And we've got Reginald. The old Riverdale yellow sweater. Look at this. Look at this guy. You can almost hear Moose Mason beating him up. And, of course, the king of all things. My guy. Jughead Jones, baby. Get you in focus. No, you don't want to focus on Jughead? Okay. Cool. So, that's all that's in there. And now I'm going to have to vacuum. But, all right, so I was unbelievably obsessed with Archie comics when I was a kid. Most specifically Jughead, who I will keep out and I'll put the rest back away. I'm glad I have these too. I didn't really play with dolls then. I just kind of had them on the shelf. Was not wired for doll playing, but I loved having them because I liked collectibles. And I got to get this Archie shirt cleaned up somehow, I think. Hope that's doable. But I was obsessed with Jughead Jones to the point where my mom actually made me the felt crown with the pieces. I think I wore it twice, but she made one for me. And Jughead was known for these crazy food binges, which, this conversation can quickly get into therapy territory, but we won't do that now. But I used to go to Burger King when I was a kid. I don't remember how old I would have been. Used to sell these 3-packs of mini sliders, and I would get 3 of the 3-packs and stack them up on a plate, escalating in height, just the way Jughead used to eat them in the comic books. And so I kind of mimicked a lot of that type of behavior. Not all the food related stuff. I'm not saying that, but just I don't know. I was never too into the other kinds of comic books. Later in life, I got really into graphic novels for a brief minute there. But no, I had hundreds of Archie comics. I mean hundreds of them. None of the ones that are valuable. None of them are old enough. Mostly the digest and the double digest, the grocery store ones. But oh my God, I spent so much money on that kind of stuff. But it was good. It kept me reading. It kept my imagination a little bit active, although nothing too crazy from an imagination point of view was ever happening in the world of Archie. The show Riverdale came out on Netflix many moons later. And I liked the first season, but then it kind of fell off the rails. It wasn't really... It was this dark thing they were doing, and I think they should have done it differently. But that's a tough assignment, right? And it was pretty good. It looked good. It was a well shot show, but it fell off for me from a story perspective, which is okay. So yeah, got sent home with all these toys, and I don't know, maybe I should set up a little area because I've got some other comic collectibles. I've got Patrick Bateman, American Psycho up there, and Death Row Mara from Sin City, a couple of sports collectibles. Maybe I should set that stuff up somewhere. Got an elf on a shelf staring at me. I don't know why I have that. But yeah, so there's a little bit of my youth shared. Heavy into Archie comics, heavy into the Simpsons. North American teenage male, right? Pretty standard issue stuff. Although, yeah, not the superhero stuff so much. I don't know, man. The fantasy stuff was never... Archie seemed like real life, but the cartoon version, I don't know. Wonder why. Even now, superhero movies. I'm a Batman guy. I don't like Spider-Man. Iffy on Superman. Like a few of the other ones, but was never into the books. My nephew is very much into anime stuff, but I think that's like a North American craze. Not that it hasn't always been popular. I'm not trying to speak out of turn. I don't know, but it seems like it's really caught on amongst the current generation. He's 11, so yeah. Snowstorm here today. Pretty heavy. Probably won't go anywhere beyond go to the gym maybe. I've got plenty to do from home. And yeah, not too much else going on. Just thought I'd pop in and share a little bit of that youth nostalgia. Sit down, enjoy a coffee, talk. For now. That's all I've got to share, folks. See you later.